Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to this 12-day course on honouring the ancestors with me, Keziah Gibbons. I'm really excited to share this journey with you. In today's session, we will explore what you can expect from this course and how to approach it so as to get the most out of it. Before we start, please set yourself up comfortably to approach this sacred work. I recommend having a journal and pen handy and sitting in a place and in a posture that's supportive for meditation. Now, I invite you to close your eyes and go inside for a moment. Search inside for that inmost part of you where your being is most still. Follow your breathing inwards. Send your awareness inside, searching for that deep, still, dark and gentle place. As you go in deeper, imagine the end of a beautiful thread. This is a thread that connects you to your ancestors, and there are many such threads. Take this one in your hands and follow it. Noticing the colour, the feel of it, any thoughts, sensations or emotions that arise within you as you follow it. Follow it through your inner space, noticing whether you can make out any of the sacred landscape you're moving through. Eventually, the thread leads you to a rich tapestry. Notice the colours, any images in the tapestry. Notice the shape of it. Notice whether any sounds are coming from it. Notice the feelings as you reach out to touch it. As you examine the tapestry, you may discover that a special place is depicted, a place of the ancestors. Here in this liminal space deep within, it is easy for you to step into the tapestry and approach the place of the ancestors. Allow yourself to sense into it now. You might get an idea of what it feels like, what it looks like, any sounds, scents, or aromas. Or it might not yet be clear. That's okay. You'll get to know this place better as we go on. For now, as you sense into this place of the ancestors, announce your presence and intention. Ask the ancestors to work with you through this course, and in any other way which you would like them to work with you. Then, take a seat and listen for the wisdom of the ancestors. You will hear some information on the course and what to expect before we move into a formal meditation practice. You may have been wondering whether this course is for you. It is designed with the intention that it can be a resource for everyone. These teachings don't claim to represent any particular tradition, but instead to provide you with a set of resources to develop your own relationship with your ancestors. The intention is that these resources can be valuable to anyone at any stage in the journey of their ancestor work. Who are the ancestors? They are those who went before us. In this course, ancestral types are divided into a loose framework: ancestors of family, ancestors of spirit, and ancestors of place. It's likely that for any person listening, you will have some knowledge about each of those, and some knowledge will be missing. That's okay, and part of what this course is a space for you to discover where you would like to deepen your knowledge of and connection with particular ancestors or heritages. You're invited to approach this course with an attitude of curiosity. Try out each practice and some of the suggested homework, and allow space for whatever comes. And make it your own. You do have a facilitator who's holding the space, but the journey is yours, and you will get out of it what you put in. There are 12 sessions in this course, and you might choose to do them one a day, or you might spend more time on one lesson, repeating the meditation and working through any homework before moving on. You might listen through the whole course and then go back through to add layers to your practice. The way that works for you is the right way. By the end of this course, you can expect to be clearer and more intentional in your relationship with your own ancestors. There may be some emotion that comes up along the way, and there may be surprises. This work can be incredibly powerful, and it's recommended that you approach it as such. Respect for the ancestors, for the work you're doing, and for yourself and your own self-care are all key here. There are lots of different ways to honour the ancestors. One way is in sacred practice, such as the meditations that we will be participating in as part of this course. And there are also many ritualized sacred practices which honour the ancestors as part of grieving and remembrance traditions in all cultures. But there are other, less formal, more everyday ways to honour the ancestors. We can talk about them and acknowledge them in our daily routine. We can cook ancestral recipes and use them to nourish ourselves and our loved ones. We might have photographs of our ancestors or objects which belong to them, which we choose to display somewhere in our homes. We might be attracted to a particular time period or place which was related to our ancestors, and choose to become knowledgeable about that time or to visit that place. We might play music which our ancestors would have listened to. We might support a cause which they cared about or which somehow relates to them. There is no limit to the number of ways in which we can connect to our ancestors, and when we do this, when they're in our thoughts and in our hearts, we are also honouring them. Before we move on to today's meditation, I'd like just to mention some concepts which are not covered in the course. Firstly, there are those who will use ancestry and lineage to attempt to claim superiority or legitimacy over those who are of different ancestry and lineage from themselves. I hope this goes without saying, and let's say it anyway. This is not what this work is about. All ancestries, all lineages are of equal value, and it is possible to develop a strong sense of ancestral connection and identity whilst respecting this. This is a rich inner work which can help us each to understand ourselves well and to show up in authenticity and with the support of our ancestors. And that is the intention of this course. As mentioned earlier, this course is not taught from the perspective of any particular tradition, and I hope that people from all traditions will find this as a useful resource. At the same time, as your guide, I would like to acknowledge that I am, of course, informed by and also limited by my own background and experience. Please take what is here and add it to the richness of your own background, experience, and deep inner wisdom to create your own practice. Finally, while most of our ancestors wish us well, there may be those who harmed us in life or whose energy, values, or objectives are not good for us. Those people are not invited here. This space, this time, is about forging relationships with loving ancestors, those who guide you, love you, protect you, and who enrich your life. And remember that a relationship goes two ways. Just as your loving ancestors will lend you their support, so it is for you to find ways to honour them which sustains the relationship. These practices are a part of that. Please make yourself comfortable for a short practice to end our session. Relax into your seat. Allow your breathing to deepen. And refresh your awareness of that place of the ancestors where you sit within the tapestry. Continue to breathe deep into that place of the ancestors. You might wish to place a hand on your heart or belly, connecting in with yourself as you do so. Notice once again how the place of the ancestors is. Notice anything you see, hear, feel, know, or smell. Affirm now, aloud or in your mind's voice, the following words. I dedicate this space to developing a strong relationship with my loving ancestors. I invite my loving ancestors to join me in this space and to guide and protect me as I do this work. If you have any other intention or request, you can also state that now. To formalize your intentions, you may imagine lighting a candle, pouring a libation, laying flowers, or making some other offering or gesture to honor your ancestors. By inviting your loving ancestors in, you have made them aware of you, and you may already be aware of their presence. Or you may just simply notice how it feels for you, in this moment, to have made that invitation. Let's sit for a moment and notice whatever arises. Give thanks and acknowledgement now to your loving ancestors, known and unknown, and prepare to leave the place of the ancestors for today. Imagine stepping out of the place of the ancestors, out of the tapestry, and following that beautiful thread back the way you came. Notice any changes in the tapestry, thread, or your surroundings as you do so. Come back to your more immediate awareness, noticing any sensations in your body, your whole body, and taking 3 intentional deep breaths. Slowly allow yourself to come round, becoming aware of the sounds around you. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. At the end of each session, I will give you suggestions for homework. This is completely optional, but will enhance your experience of your ancestor work. For today's homework, I would like to invite you to spend some time journaling about what relationship with your ancestors you already have, and what you hope to get out of this course and your ancestor work. That's all for today, and I hope to meet you here again soon for our next session on Ancestors of Family. Have a wonderful rest of your day.